Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick Unsworth here from lifeonfire.com, and my buddy is throwing tortilla chips at me, which is not cool, man, not cool. I'm live here. But so this video here today, I'm so fired up because it's actually going to be footage from our live event with Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary Vaynerchuk, New York Times bestselling author, we totally sold this event out in San Diego, had about 155 people there. And so here's what I did. This is so freaking cool. In the event, we taught the 4 pillars of living a life on fire. It's mindset, it's marketing, it's networking, and it's purpose. And so as I'm going through the content, after the lunch break, we had everyone fill out a form. And the form said different details about their business, what they're looking to do. And then I randomly pulled a form out, and it was this woman named Kimberly. So she was down to be a hot seat. I literally had her on the stage in front of about 55 people, and basically right there and then the hot seat it's a strategy session. And so for me as a business coach, for me being a business coach and helping entrepreneurs figure out their strategy and figuring out a game plan to market their business to get to their life on fire faster. That's the point of what I do, help you get to your life on fire faster. I'm the shortcut. So I had her on the stage. I said, all right, here's the thing. This is what I do. This is what I'm special at. This is my gift. Is in 30 minutes, I can help you figure out who your target market is, your ideal customer, and I can help you make radical changes in your business that's gonna help you get more time back, love what you do by working with the perfect clients, and build a strategy all around that so that you know exactly what you're gonna do and there's no more confusion, there's no more, there's no more frustration about being an entrepreneur. So I had her on the stage, and the clip we're about to show you is just me being on the fly, doing a hot seat with her. So if you think this is cool, then keep in mind that, this is what we do. I mean, this is what we do on weekly calls. We've got all kinds of cool programs and products if you guys are, interested and want to take that shortcut too. So take a look. This is phenomenal. And I think as you're watching this, there's so many parallels to you. As you're seeing what I was doing with Kimberly, realize that the same things I would do with her is for you too. Who's your target market? Are they ideal? How do you figure out what your niche is and what you really want to do, and how do you monetize that? So enjoy this session here that I've got with Kimberly. It's totally cool. And then be sure to come back to lifeonfire.com and just share your feedback and comments and let us know what you think. So enjoy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into a hot seat. So we've looked at the different forms and how we're going to do this. And so a hot seat, all this is going to be is just a dynamic kind of one-on-one and just to see what we do in like a 30-minute time frame with someone. And so one of the hot seats that we selected is, boom, Miss Kimberly. Yes. So what we're going to do a hot seat, and we're going to show how we can help get to like ideal target market. And so I want you guys to see how because even if you're not getting the hot seat, what we found is that to watch how it happens for someone else, and if we can come up with a plan for her for the next 30 days, for the next 90 days, that's really helpful for everybody. So it's something that one of my mentors, Evan Pagan, I used to watch him do this on the stage, and to see him where people would come up and he'd be able to rattle off like tips and strategies in minutes. And I used to think, like, how on earth is that possible? Then I started doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 30-minute consultations. And I did hundreds of them to then get to the point where I wanted to be a business coach because I was just giving them for free to then do Facebook marketing. And then from there, I now do coaching sessions for 30 minutes. So I want to show you guys what we can do for Kimberly. Now, Kimberly, I'll have you come up and tell your story. So if you grab the mic, and we're going to do a little hot seat. And then we're going to have Brenda, after the hot seat, share her gift with us. All right, so give a hand for Kimberly. All right. Is that side okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so give us a quick introduction on who your customer is. Oh, actually, just tell us about you. Tell us about your business, how you got here.
Okay.
One weird thing that no one knows about you.
Hello.
I think you're going to pop on. There you go.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, I go by Kimberly Denise online, and I'm 26 years old, from Southern California, about 2.5 hours north of here, in the desert. But how I got here was simply I literally saw an ad for Gary's new book, which until I saw that book, I didn't really realize who he was. Now I know.
Don't tell Gary that.
I'm new to online everything.
Gary, earmuffs.
I'm brand new to everything. So, but now I know who he is, and I ordered the book, and then started getting his emails, and started seeing like, oh, Life on Fire, Life on Fire. I took a look at it. I was like, oh, you know, I think I'm going to be busy on that day. But then.
Follow-up is so important, right?
But yeah, it is. It really is. And it's true. Like your customer needs to see something more than once. So consistency is key. But then one of my close business partners and friends promoted this event on his Facebook. And I was like, that's the one that I looked at. I was like, all right, I think maybe it's meant for me to go.
And to see how it was seen everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier, and you have to have that. Okay.
Yeah.
And have we met? Do I even have a clue what you do yet?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool. All right.
So yes. So yeah. So then I registered, and I actually got like a really good deal because I had a little mastermind with that particular group yesterday, and then I'm here today. So, but my background is professionally, I've been a banker and I've been in financial services until August 30th of last year because I quit my job and I'm a full-time entrepreneur now.
A round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
But when I turned 18, I got into network marketing. I was introduced to network marketing, and I was someone who could not talk to anyone. I had no social skills whatsoever. I couldn't hold a conversation. Terrified to death of sales. Like, could not even like have an Avon party or anything like that. But I loved the concept of not having a job and the freedom and all that stuff. So I knew that's what I wanted. I imprinted it on my heart, like I'm gonna make this happen somehow. So over the years of doing like personal development and just going through programs and jumping from a few different like companies and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay.
So I just developed myself into like the person who I am today now. Long story short, I came online last year to learn how to generate leads and how to just start marketing online because offline was still a little bit of a struggle for me. Because of my job and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So came online and long story short, like I just said, I quit my job in August and I'm just going up from there. But my struggle has been because I have two different passions, like passionate about entrepreneurship, passionate about network marketing and everything like that. And more so internet marketing because okay. I view more freedom in that. But I also have a heart's passion for like holistic health and wellness and fitness and like I want to be a trainer and stuff like that. I don't want to be in a fitness MLM though or anything like that. So I'm like, well, do I market this whole network marketing and internet marketing towards like fitness people or do I? But then also I'm a mom, so like do I market freedom opportunity to moms or like what? There's just so many, like I have so many interests and things like that. I don't know how to narrow it down.
Does this sound familiar to anybody?
Really? So
you know how everything happens perfectly? Like this is the perfect person to be sitting here.
Yeah.
So this is what happens in all of our heads. This happened in my head. If you're a human, this probably happened in your head too at some point. And so you've got all these ideas, and you're just it's like a blender of just ideas just swirling around. And now we need to figure out who is her ideal target market. As a business coach, I can't help you until you figure out, who you are, what you want to do, and then how you can build a plan around that. So to figure out how we want to get to her ideal target market, we've got to drill down into what's going to make you happy. So like you're interested in those topics, you're interested in network marketing, you're interested in online marketing, but some of that is because of money or business opportunities and things like that. But to start this conversation off, which would be like, where do you want to end up? Like, do you want to be a person that's like ultimately like a personality online, like Jolene? She wants to grow into being like a Dr. Drew. For me, I don't know what it is. I am growing into the spot where I want to be like on these shows, and I like the recognition. I guess maybe I didn't get told. I was proud of me enough for something as a kid. I don't know what it is, but I like that. So it's cool. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I know like exactly what I want to do. So for you, do you want to have a business where you're traveling? Do you want to have a business where you're set and you're safe, or take more risks, or like building out a personal brand? Like what's kind of just like take a step back and like just give me like an idea for the type of a business, and then we'll keep going in.
Okay. So back to the whole fitness. I don't know if anyone in here is a personal trainer or anything like that, but I've also came to learn from knowing personal trainers that they're just workhorses, and like there's no time freedom in being a personal trainer, but yet I feel alive when I can give someone like health advice, nutrition advice, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'll note that.
Okay.
That's good.
But at the same time, also like I completely love what like someone like Tony Robbins or someone like Jillian Michael. Well, those are my two like top like people who I look up to, Tony Robbins and Jillian Michaels. But I love what they do, how they transform people. I feel like, and when I'm able to even do that a little bit with someone, like I just, yeah. But so I really don't know like how to like put it all together to like I have an interest of maybe like being a speaker in the future.
Okay. Perfect.
Like I have so many interests. Like I'm like I don't know how to do everything.
No, this is good. So what's cool is that like the concept of modeling, you can kind of pick and choose. So what's really nice is like success leaves clues, right? So if we're ever just trying to invent something from scratch, unfortunately in life, there's really not that many unique ideas. So it's very hard to invent like the new thing, you know, technology, it's easier. But in like this kind of an arena, there's not all that many new concepts. So to go into like completely, like we always want to be different. We always want to zag when people are zigging and be different. But to like completely invent this whole new thing, if it's, you know, if it hasn't been done, there's kind of sometimes a reason. So like for modeling, all I did was I looked at who do I want to be like? I made it so freaking easy. I just was like, this woman, Shanda Sumter, takes a week, a month off per year. Her team completely kicks ass. She's leveraged. She loves traveling and speaking, but she only does that on her dime, like in her, like the way she wants to do it. She won't take certain speaking engagements. She's just very clear on everything. And, you know, she has a lot of time freedom. And she makes a lot of money, you know, 7 figures. And I was like, you know, how do you have that lifestyle? And obviously she's the one that inspired me for coaching. But so for me, I looked at that and I was like, I want that. Like I want what she has. And I was doing Facebook marketing and kind of like coaching. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go towards that. So that for me was one person I was modeling. And then I'm like, but I don't want to be her. I don't, you know, literally or anything. But I was thinking, who else can I model to be different? So then I was like looking around online and like, I don't know if anyone knows Marie Forleo online. So she's got this weekly video show, and it's really cool and cute, and she's amazing. Yeah. Like she's awesome, rock star. But that's different. You know, she's selling some products and group coaching. So Shanda's doing like one-on-one coaching. She's doing like group coaching. And then I looked around, and I was like, all right, I think I want to do this coaching thing. So I looked at my coach, Suzanne Evans, and I took the 3 people. Actually, there's 4. Yannick Silver has this thing called the Mavericks. I think AJ's up in here. And they go and they travel, and they do a mastermind, and they meet with like people like this, and they go and they do something amazing in like a different city. They fly jets, they'll do like crazy things together. But when you're doing that with other people that are millionaires, you build a cool little bond, and it's for networking. So I looked at it and said, all right, I want to have fun, I want to do coaching, and I took bits and pieces and I just molded like my perfect life. So if you could have a business that was like someone else's, who would you model? Now, you could pick 1, 2, 3, shoot, I picked 4, but what do you like about a certain business model? Could be a speaker, could be like a Tony Robbins, anything.
I also really like Dani Johnson.
Dani Johnson.
She, because something else, like I've heard her name over and over again, and I recently began to like kind of like figure out who she is and stuff like that, and I've found that I guess she does a little bit of like just like not really health coaching, but she just like gives tips and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, maybe like I can have
health
like
tips?
Maybe I can just even like have like a little side product or something that has to do with fitness or health or like maybe not in what I do mainly, but maybe I can still just do that on the side. But my ultimate would just be like the inspiration. Like that has to be my foundation. Just
more so than
towards people.
Health. More so.
I would say that's heavier.
Heavier?
Yeah, just inspiring people to do what they're here to be.
Okay.
Ultimately, and to get past those obstacles, to get past the, all the hurdles.
And so if you could be like setting your life up where every day you wake up, you're either communicating to people. It could be on a one-on-one, could be one-to-many, could be on videos. But if every single day of your life you knew that you were literally inspiring people in your inbox, every day of your freaking life was someone sending you something like, holy crap, you changed the way I look at this, or you changed my life, or how would that feel for you if you had that going on every day of your life? Would that be like the completeness, or would you like, no, I want people to lose weight?
The first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like for sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because I could still, even if I did that, I could still, get my friends tips and stuff like that. So.
Okay. So for me, it's like I'm looking at the whole scenario, and I think we've come from like doing a bunch of different things. So now it's like we've got a direction of the industry. So it's like, the health and wellness, that's obviously marketable. She could build up like a personality brand and be someone that, if you're going to go health and wellness, you have to do something that's going to create a result for people. Mm-hmm. So you're either like losing weight, you're the smoothie guy, you're the juicing person. So there's like really great paths that way. You can scale up a personal development or personal training business. We've got clients that are going from like in the gym, like getting more customers to the gym, and then we've got them scaling it online where they're doing group and they're leveraging their time, and it's really freaking cool. So that's a good life. But it's different than if your mission is to help and inspire people. There's a different feeling there.
Well, one thing that that's been holding me back from the whole fitness thing is too, is like I found that I can't completely, not that I'm like up and down, like gaining weight or anything like that, but I can't completely sell myself out to just complete healthiness, because like I have like little things here and there. Like I really don't eat fast food, but like I have a very weak spot for like baked stuff and like cookies,
what's
candy,
the one thing
anything with sugar.
The dirtiest thing that you would eat?
Cake pops.
Cake pops.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
All right.
So like if my clients saw me eating cake pop, like what? I can't be a hypocrite.
That being in the health and, so can you hear the obstruction? If she goes into health and wellness, she's literally completely sabotaging herself because she likes cake pops. And it's one of these things where you could go that direction, but it's something, it's almost like you feel compelled to do it because maybe that's what people think you should do, or it's more tangible, but it's like, that's kind of like you can hear it in your voice once we start talking about it, that is not necessarily the main thing to do, because there's things that are going to hold you back, there's things that are going to create obstruction or create friction there. Whereas the other side, if you picture it, it's like could you commit to a life of getting better every day, a life of having a personal development coach, having a business coach, having someone, where you're reading books, you're committed to being a better speaker and all those things. And the cool thing is that to be in that role, for you to want to be in shape and have fitness as a part of it is so freaking huge. It's super important. Like for us with Life on Fire, I'm a different guy than I was 3 years ago at 205 pounds, or worse, was 213. I liked double cheeseburgers at McDonald's, right? Different person. So now it's like I'm not the fitness guy, but when we've got this thing, the 20-day challenge at the end of January, or it's going to be in February. I'm not the fitness guy, but I'm going to stay focused on my core competency with business coaching, but we're going to weave in. I think we're actually going to ship like a bag of protein to people, and we're like, hey, you want to get more done in 20 days than you do in 20 weeks? Here's how that happens. It's part of the routines I talked about today, part of accountability. We're going to do it as a group, but you got to start eating healthy. And it's like if you're wondering why you're crashing at 2 or 3, or you're wondering why you don't feel like doing stuff, it's your body's telling you that you're eating the wrong stuff, right? So the cool thing is that you can actually connect that to this business. And now would be cool, or would that be cool?
That makes complete sense, because another reason why I still have that like hold on the whole fitness thing is because I really connect like my workouts with being mentally tough as well. And like I even thought in the past, I was like, well, if I do a fitness thing, I want to be like the person who's known for like really using your brain power during the workout, because you can do so much. So I love that connection. But yeah, like fitness and business, it really goes hand in hand.
Two different things.
When you're like body sculpting and stuff.
And so I think what's cool is that if you go the personal development route, now the next step is that personal development is a big sea abyss of who knows what. It's like woo-woo. It could be anything. It could be I'm a radiance coach, I'm a life coach, and it's like, what do you do, right? So now that you're thinking personal development, it's all like your income is completely directly related to your value. Shane and Ryan back there, these guys, they've charged $20,000 to work with them for Facebook marketing. How on earth can someone afford to pay these guys that? It's because the value that they represent for the business is that they could help them make 6 figures of revenue in 30 days because that client has a budget and things. So for all of our value, we got to figure out what's our gifts and then figure out how can, what's the result we get for people. Anytime someone's like, what's my target market? Who's my ideal customer? It's like, well, what are you going to do for me? Right? Not like the runaround story of personal development. I'll help you like clear this and clear that. What's the outcome? I worked with Giovanni for 2 months, and the whole thing's like, by the end of 2 months, he's like, you're going to have things showing up in your life that you never thought possible. You're going to be more balanced, more in flow, surrender to all this stuff going on, and you're going to be a completely radical different person by the end of 2 months, and you're going to have people showing up on your team. Your business is going to change. You'll look back and you'll wonder who the old guy was. I'm like, okay. Like, how much is that, Giovanni? Like, I want to do that, right? So it's his outcome is very clear, and so now if we're going personal development, what really fires you up where you feel like you could help someone? Now, obviously, you're going to commit to learning more and all that kind of stuff. Cool thing is that you can help anyone that's further behind than you are. So just by virtue of you liking Tony Robbins and having content, like there's things you could figure out they could teach people. But what do you think, what would you love to help people on using the mindset for, there's productivity, there's getting more done in less time, there's coaching, there's, we've got Ian back there who's like helping people break through fears and phobias and all kinds of stuff. But is there any area of that?
I would say, well, personally in my life, I've done a lot of just like breaking through obstacles, like as far as like just
punching soccer
mentally
balls?
And
like,
yeah, but just know, because like so many people, like they'll like the whole saying like 3 feet from gold thing, like how people, they get so close to it, and then like one more thing shows up and they just throw in the towel. So like how do you keep going? Like literally, like I struggled in the network marketing industry for 7 years and didn't give up.
Yeah.
Because I knew like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, that's how I wanted to earn my income. I didn't want to go to a job. So I said, I'll figure this thing out. Like no matter what, my friends, my family didn't support me. People told me this, people told me that. People told me, oh, you're not cut for that. You can't even talk to somebody, like stuff like that. Like I just got through it all. And finally.
Okay, so there's like a mental toughness. There's like breaking through certain goals. So now if we want to like drill that down into something specific, I think that, could it be a direction where you've got a passion for health and fitness? Imagine if people came to you to shave off time off the marathons, because, isn't it true that any athlete that wants to have a better swing, that wants to be better at, putting, that wants to hit home runs, catch the footballs, it all comes down to mindset, right? We've got Dave Austin in the back. No one knows it better than him, right? So this would be a guy that you'd want to model. So he's a peak mental performance coach. So he's a personal development guy with a love and a passion for his life, a love and a passion for health and fitness and sports. So his passion for sports comes because he played tennis professionally, and that's where his fuel for his fire comes from, but he's just grown into a master with personal development. So the cool thing is that he's connecting his passion with personal development directly to working with professional athletes. So his target market is freaking perfect. Now for you, if you like personal development and that's your thing, imagine if you ratchet that down and you work with people that are athletes or in the health and wellness field, so that you're connecting two at the same time. However, you're focused on one. We know who you are. You're a peak mental performance coach for athletes that are trying to break through to the next level, that are trying to run their first 5K. They're trying to run their first half marathon. There's a huge market of people. I know of one here about to run a 5K. And even though I'm like, mental guy, I guess mental, I'm, teaching stuff here, I still have to like figure out how the heck I'm going to run a 5K, right? A lunatic? Thank you. But that's something that I still have to figure that out, right? And so, like, can you see how those could connect? What do you think about that?
I do. Well, here's another thing, too. I'll just keep throwing you curveballs. Because when I was sitting there in the audience, I had mentioned that I came here hoping, like, okay, I really hope that I can narrow down, like, who my avatar is. And because I do have kids, like, I hope so bad to help those people who don't belong in a job to get out of that and to be with their family. So at the same time, like I want to help people have like that kind of
so
a
now we
freedom
gotta
too, which
figure
brings
out.
me
So
to like
she
the whole
just
network
threw,
marketing
like,
and stuff
she
like
just,
that. Yeah.
She took a bite of a cake pop and just like threw a curveball. We're not on stage or anything, right? But that's cool. That's good. We want to get it out, right?
I'm challenging you.
So the whole thing is now we have to figure out that what is more inspirational for you. Is that going to be peak mental performance coach, like you're inspirational, you're a personal development person, maybe you're working with professional athletes, because if you're the personal development person, you've got to figure something out. Like, not everyone can just be a blanket general Tony Robbins. He started doing change work for people. He had a very direct outcome. So for you, do you get more enjoyment out of seeing someone be like, F you to their boss, and they fire their boss, and now they're able to do what they love, and they're growing, and you're helping them down that path? For me, my juice comes from, I love the whole fire your boss. So like I've got clients, this is crazy, Andy, he hopped on a webinar, Facebook ad webinar, hop on the phone with this guy, and he was he was gonna take a job and make $350,000 salary, just done, plus bonus, right? I mean, that's a crazy amount of money to be net. And so he hops on the phone and we're talking about things, and like he was asking me about coaching. And I'm like, so what do you want coaching for? And he's like, aren't you gonna take the big job? And we started talking about it, and I was like, where is your gut? Where's your heart? Is it the big job? He just found the love of his life. They want to get engaged. They want to live in the house, have the nice things. But I'm like, is it your job, or is it, being in business for yourself and owning your own life?
And his whole thing is, well, I could do the job for like 3 years and put the Band-Aid on it, and then I'll be happy later. Oh, okay, cool. So you'll just, sacrifice now and be happy 4 or 5 years later, because then what's going to happen next? You're going to blow all the money and everything else, and you'll be like, well, I got to stay at the job. So, like, what is your life on fire? What would you love to do? Is it the job and kind of the money, or do you want to do what you love? And this guy walked away from $350,000 of guaranteed money to enter the world of the abyss. Hire me for $3,000 a month, 12-month contract, and he's going to crush it because he made that commitment, and he still has to figure out what the heck he's going to do. We haven't had our first call yet, but so the whole thing is, does that drive you? Like for me, there's nothing that fires me up more than that. I will make sure that guy is on our stage July 17th. I'm going to say that here. This is going to be one of our biggest success stories, and that guy's going to crush it because I'm going to help him figure it out, launch a product, and talk about a story, right? So for you, do you get more pleasure and enjoyment out of helping someone change their world, kind of like what we're doing here, of like making them think differently and being more of like a business coach, which technically it is. You like the personal development stuff. You saw me do a lot of personal development stuff. But you're helping them with a direct outcome of, I'm going to help you figure out what you want to do, what's your purpose, make them really, really happy, and then help them make more money. Or do you want to be I'm going to help you break through your fears and run the marathon faster?
Yeah, the first one.
First one.
For sure. Because the like pain that I remember is just like leaving my kids. I left my son when he was 5 weeks old, and like
to
broke
work.
my heart. Yeah.
Well, emotionness is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole thing is that in any kind of marketing, you guys heard me basically tell my story for like 4 hours. Anyone catch that? But that's what marketing is like in this day and age, is that we're going to relate to her story. For her to talk about your kids, to talk about leaving them for your job that you hated, and then you left, right? You left your job, you quit, and you stepped out, and you're going to inspire other women that might be single moms. Like imagine if you were, I'm getting goosebumps, so that's when I know I hit it, is you are creating content, you're appealing to women, maybe even single moms, and you can relate to them about the story of when you left your kids and the gut-wrenching feeling of going to work, knowing that your kids are what, in daycare? Were they in daycare? Or were they with your parents or something?
It's weird because actually, technically, I'm a single mom now.
Okay.
But their family, luckily, we haven't had to really put them in daycare.
Okay.
Different family members.
Are they as good as you?
Watched them. No, of course not.
Okay.
No.
So,
especially at 5 weeks old.
Yeah, but you didn't want to leave them.
No.
And so for a single mom that's hearing your story, they're like, oh, mother effer, like I don't want to leave my kids either.
Yeah.
And I'm at a job I hate, and they're going to relate to your story, and the next thing you know, they're going to be like, I love this girl, right? And so if you were to put this and to take this all the way down to where you're helping single moms, see, I mean, how cool is this? You're talking single moms, you're going to relate to younger women because you're younger, and you're going to empower and fire them up. The fact you've got a strong mental toughness, and you've got the, working out and health and fitness thing, you're going to be the fierce woman in their lives that they look up to, and that's going to be inspirational for them. And for you, if you're in that alignment where you're like, I really love this, like I helped another, like you literally, like your metric, if I were you, I'd have a big ass like chalkboard, and I'd have a piece of chalk like, I don't know, this big, and I would just run up and just put another slash every time I got someone to leave their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, how freaking good is that? And every time someone makes 6 figures, like boom, right? Every one of my elites, I'm looking at you, every time you guys, we're gonna have them break through 6 figures, we're gonna speak on our stage. Talking seven months to break 6 figures. For me, my mission is that. Now, it's all fire starters, but that's my mission for everyone, is to help them make more money doing what they love. And then that, for me, is my metric is, can we help people do what they love and help people get in that alignment? So would you rather do that business or the health and wellness one?
That one.
Which one?
The
Which
first one.
Say it.
The coaching, the business, and setting people free, setting single moms free, and
so do you know what your new name is?
I don't
know
know.
what your new name
I
is?
need to come up with like a slogan or like a targeted like USP to put in my marketing.
So you're basically, I say kick-ass business coach. I think it's just cool. But you could, you're a whatever business coach for, it could be for single moms, and how cool is that? If a single mom, like, to know, and you're a single mom now, to like know what they're going through, and to help them not only, because there's that mindset of like, I'm a single mom, like I kind of get screwed or at the wrong end of the stick or whatever, and for you to relate to them about that and say, it doesn't have to be that way. You owe it to your freaking kid to get out, crush it at work with your current job, use this transition period, use my 90-day plan on how to get out of the job and create your version of a life on fire with your company, right?
Yeah.
And that would be how you can get them to love what they do, be able to work freely from home and monetize and do whatever the heck they want so that they can be there for their kids to grow up and be raised. How freaking bomb would that be for you? Right?
Awesome. Yep.
All right, so
I'll
you're a
be
kick-ass
completely
business
fulfilled
coach for
until I
single
die.
moms. All right,
Yeah.
be fulfilled till I die.
Yeah.
Right?
That's awesome.
So, did you see what just happened? How we went from like Vitamix blender of freaking ideas in her head to, I think we pretty much got there, right? Now, from this point, you can see it in her eyes and you see it in her face. That is it for her. That is her purpose. That's what she should be doing. It's like goosebump factor, done, check. I can see these, it's easy to tell.
On the back end, I see also opportunity though. If I wanted to create a fitness product, they would be also the perfect market.
Oh my
for it.
God, yeah. Once you have, that's the whole thing is that it's like once you have the connection, you can do whatever you want. So like it's kind of like my nephew hates vegetables. The kid he literally only eats chicken nuggets and fries. And however, I can make him a smoothie. I'll put Liam, there's a chicken nugget in the smoothie so he can eat it. But I'll put, he's not looking, I put a whole bunch of spinach in there, blend it up, and the kid drinks it. Because I'm giving him what he thinks he wants, and then I'm giving them what they need. So the single mom, you're giving them what they want to leave their job or make more money. So I don't really like talking about making more money all the time, but you'll notice I run Facebook ads and it's like, oh yeah, how to get more likes, make more money. You guys, some of you came here for that. We ran Facebook ads as a workshop, and I gave you what you think you wanted, but now that you're here in my evil little, cave here, that now we're giving you guys what you need, which is to figure out what the heck you want to do with yourselves, right? I can't market, come here and sing Kumbaya and have this guy do a big, I don't even know what that was. It's an intro, a WWF thing. But the whole point is that you want to, for that market, be very specific that you're a business coach for single moms. Does anyone know of any business coaches for single moms? Boom. You could own that category, right? You could own it, and you could target it on Facebook. You could market it. So here's now, so we've got where we want to go. We've got a couple more minutes till 3. So in 6 minutes, we'll now give you the strategy for how you can crush it. And so now all you have to do from here is you're clearing your target market, and now we just got to figure out how do you want to make your living. Do you want to do some one-on-one stuff with these women?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And so if you're going anything coaching, consulting, you have to have, no matter what your business is, you have to absolutely have the interaction with clients. So for me, I consider doing like Facebook ads for someone. That to me is like a job where I'm kind of, you're measuring, you're tracking, it's like a job. But I had to do that to create results for people that I could use that as a case study to then grow. Now in my case, I'm perfect alignment. I love the coaching thing, but I can't just do group coaching. If I could just do group coaching and la-di-da and then all of a sudden make all this money and help people, that'd be great. It doesn't work that way. I have to do one-on-one coaching with Valerie, with Andrea, Sherry, right? I have to so that I can create social proof, I can create results. If you think that you're going to leave here and just automate or just help everybody in a group thing that's a video series, it's just not going to happen. I hate to, a lot of people sell you crap, and that's just not going to happen. So having the one-on-one clients gives you the ability and the time to really make it work, make them successful. When they're successful, that's the story, the earned media I talked about, that will then fuel and help you create a group program where now you can walk in lots of people, hundreds of people. So the cool thing is that for you, it's so easy to make money in this. And if you don't, in 30 days, if you don't make more than $3,000, I will find you and I will make sure you can never, I don't know how, I'll make a cake pop that tastes so bad, you'll eat it, and you'll never eat cake pops again. I'll ruin that for you. Because it would be so easy for you to go out and to get 3 clients at $1,000 a piece a month. A month. Right? Boom. Easy. And how much to get your financial needs met for life and whatever? $2 grand, $3 grand, $4 grand?
3 would be perfect.
3 would be perfect.
Now, yeah.
So we're going to start small. We're going to go with 3. Now, if you had to get 6 people to get to 3, would you do it? Okay.
Yep.
So the nice thing is that she can sell 3 people at $1,000 a month. If you have to say it's not even a contract, I'm just going to do it, who cares? That's fine. And your end game for them is, as a single mom, you're going to help them. It's going to be, the outcome for the single mom is you want to help them earn more money, and have more time with their kids. How many single moms are going to want that, right? So you're going to do the one-on-one stuff. So your very first plan of attack, before we get crazy and big with all these other cool things we can do, is the low-hanging fruit is all you need to do is, we're going to call it strategy A, which is just Operation Get 3 Clients. Or we'll call it Operation Get 3 Clients. Maybe strategy that. And then so to do that, how you do that is very simple, is you just look at your existing network, right? And all you have to do is just tell your existing network, and you have to claim the space. You have to command it and say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and you've got to have the conviction. So, I couldn't come into it and be like, I think I'm a Facebook marketer today. But tomorrow, you have to come into it and be like, own it. I am a business coach for single moms. And you reach out to your network, and you probably know a couple. And you literally hop on the phone and say, listen, I want to give you a free 30-minute consultation or strategy session. Okay. And in my 30-minute strategy session, the outcome for you as a single mom is I'm going to walk you through, I'm going to talk about what's going on in your life and what you have going on. My outcome for them is you want to help them make more money and find a way to have more time back for their kids. That's how you can help them. Because wouldn't that be cool for them if they have more time with their kids? You can talk about that. Wouldn't it be nice, to get them out of daycare? Do you realize that to get them out of daycare, you only have to make an extra $1,000 a month? Right. So you get them on the phone, you reach out to your network, right? And see how this is like the lead magnet? She has to give first before she can just hawk it on everybody. It's not network marketing anymore. So you got to just give first. Hey, I'm going to give you a free 30-minute session. Here's how it's going to work. And then you just got to get on the phone with people. So if you're like, hey, it's not working, it's like, how many calls have you done? 3? And you got none? Okay, you need to do 20. Okay. Because if you're less than average, you'll convert at let's call it 25%. Okay. If you're really good, you can convert at 50%. If you're horrendous, you convert maybe at 10%. But even anybody it's impossible to convert at 0% if you do enough numbers, right? So then it's like, all right, if you could get everything you wanted in life and create 10 grand a month, but you had to get on the phone with 50 people for 30 minutes a month, would you do it? Mm-hmm. Would you do it in 30 days? Yep. Do you realize in 30 days we could coach her on how to make 10 grand recurring income in 30 freaking days? Anyone see that? Legit, straight up could do that, because all you have to do is get in front of people that you know. Now that's only going to serve you for a little bit, but you exhaust that network and you ask for referrals. So it's like, who do you know that knows a single mom? All right, let me get in touch with them. Outside of that, you get your first couple clients, because you'll be able to get a couple clients. You charge, if you had to charge $500 a month or $1,000 a month, you build it up. Now from there, running Facebook ads, you could easily target women that have kids. Yeah, she knows exactly what you could do. What is it? Okay.
So you hit that group with the headline of single working mom?
Okay. So what Valerie said, brilliant. This is why we love Valerie. And everyone should meet Valerie. Stand up for a second so everyone just knows who Valerie is again. She's freaking amazing. All right. So what she said was, she could create, check this out, it's so simple. You could create a little video. The video goes like this. It opens up to connect with the audience. So your audience is a single mom. Your video might open up and relate to the problem. So you might open it up and say things like, hey, what's going on? My name's Kimberly, and hey, if you're watching me right now, you're seeing this video, you may have a child. You may be like me, a single mom. And if you cringe dropping your kids off at daycare, and you hate, and it just rips your heart out when you're not there for your little girl's dance class, and you see how I'm just relating to the pain, like you're kind of making them feel it a little bit. And then afterwards, you say things like, after that's kind of done, say things like, well, so again, my name is Kimberly, and what I do is I help relieve that pain. Because my mission, why I'm here, why I'm doing this, is because I'm on a mission to help set single moms free. I'm here to help you make more income. You can keep your job, but I'm going to help you figure out what your passion is, help you make more income so that you can give the best life to your child or to your children. So my goal is to help you make more money, but also work less so that you can be at the trumpet class that you just would love to go to. And then you simply say, so what I have planned for you is on Thursday, I'm doing a live webinar where no strings attached. All you have to do is just put in your email to get the registration details. Thursday night, you're going to be able to see and hear live as I share exactly how I can help you do this. I actually have this thing called the 7-step plan for mommies, and it'll walk you through it and how it can help accomplish this within 90 days. And they're like, okay, cool. In that ad, so that little video, that's the lead magnet, right, in the webinar. That thing right there, we just mark it on Facebook, and we run an ad to what Valerie said. The ad on Facebook would be a link with her video doing that, and it would only reach people that are interested in this. And so what we would do is we would target, and Valerie nailed it, Mary Ann Tribby? Mary Ellen Tribby. And who is she?
Working moms only.
Okay, so Mary Ellen Tribby has a company, Working Moms Only, right? So if she ran that ads to working moms only, would that freaking work or what? Yeah. Right, see how easy that is, how congruent that is? So that ad campaign, without any hesitation, I could completely guarantee that whether it's that one or you test something else, you could get your perfect target market live on a webinar, teach you exactly how to open up the webinar, how to create the content flow, name stuff, launch your business. At the end of the webinar, all she does, she doesn't sell anything. She just says, if you thought this was good, you should see what I can do in a 30-minute strategy session. Here's what we're going to do. I'm only taking 10, and all you have to do is fill out a survey. Let me know what's going on. I want to hear about the webinar. I want your feedback. Anyone that fills out the survey is going to enter to win a prize, right? So you fill out the survey, and then you say, listen, I have 10 spots in my calendar for Saturday. I'm a busy girl. I've got kids. I'm busy. All right, so I blocked off my Saturday because my little Jimmy's at, soccer camp or something. And so I blocked off my Saturday, and I've got 10 spots, and all you have to do is fill out the survey. I'm going to choose one of 10 people. So see the positioning that starts to get created? She's a girl. She hasn't even done this before. But as long as you have the confidence to do it, then they're going to be like, oh, damn, she's good. She's all over it. And so they come through that marketing funnel, and they're going to be like, wow, I'm getting on her calendar. They're on your calendar, and they're going to be like, man, I'm one of 10 people, and she's already told me that she's only taking 3 people into her private program. Now, what happens there? Scarcity. Urgency. They're on her calendar. The perception. Now, for you, the nice thing is that you're not even going to have to sell. If you do that part right and you work with Valerie and you get your ads done right, next thing you know, they will be fighting to be one of your 3 because they want the outcome. They want to have a better life. They want their kids to go to college. You could name a course, I'm going to help your kids go to college plan. And so the nice thing about that is you set that up and they're going to pretty much be coming to you. You learn how to get on the phone, their first time through, maybe you convert at 10%, it's okay, you do it more and more and more. But that plan with those ads will get you to that recurring income. If you were just at $3,000 a month, 12-month contract, you know what will happen? Is she's going to get addicted to it. Why wouldn't she want to go and have the next level, right? How I went from $500 a month, now we have $3,000 a month too, right? So you're going to want to get to the next level and have different options. And so we're going to call that strategy A. That is the make some mother effing money strategy, I think is what I call it. Something, just make money. Plan A, get 3 clients. So, all right, so we're going to just do that, and that's not hard. It's very clear. So anything that's not that, I give you full permission to just not do it, right? No more learning. You're going to always want to learn for your craft, but no more marketing, stuff. Don't buy stuff. Just do that. Focus on that. And then on top of that, what would be really nice is for you to build a really long-term brand, right? So strategy B is going to be let's call it the celebrity in a year strategy. And so in the second one, the cool thing is that you could be a complete celebrity by the end of the year. You could do it in 90 days. You could teach anyone how to do it in their industry in 90 days. Jolene, if you're really, really committed and really want to get into it, could do it in not even 90 days. And it comes down to, so how do you do that? Well, I'm going to teach a strategy in just a few minutes about how to create a product launch and how to use other people's positionings. Imagine if she took, so there's this thing out there, mommy bloggers. Who has the right audience for her? Mommy bloggers. I don't even know if you guys know what mommy bloggers are, but they're moms that blog about being moms, and they have unbelievable amounts of traffic. Write down the mommyologist. I'd be more than happy to walk you into that relationship. I know her personally, and you could get interviewed on her thing, and next thing, that could be an easy one right there. These mommy bloggers, they blog about how to be the best mom and stuff. Many of them don't do one-on-one coaching. Imagine if she just gets connected with a mommy blogger, and next thing you know, she gets in front of their audience. Maybe she gives them a revenue split to do that. Next thing you know, boom, you make income from using their traffic, endorsed traffic. Now, another thing would be, What if you just put together and you looked at whoever the biggest influencers are in the market? So Mary Ellen Trivy, you've got like a couple big name mommy bloggers, and you say, hey, I want to put you on my show. I want to put you on my podcast that's for moms, right? So we got a Michael O'Neill in the back, little podcast master. He's coaching us on how we're launching ours. And he got, in 3 months, 4 months, nominated Best New Show, and he started in like September, and by the end of the year, he got Best New Show, or nominated for it. So imagine, yeah, clap for that. And so imagine if, so you've got plan A, you get your financial needs now, you have to. Plan B is you're building for the future, because it doesn't happen overnight. But you simply do a weekly video show, you get that going, and you do, I'm going to share the summit strategy, so I won't get crazy into it, but you could put together a summit where you feature other people that are much more successful than you right now, right? And you put them together on this virtual summit. You use their credibility, their list. And if you have Mary Ellen Trivy on your virtual thing, that's all about moms, and it's all about how to like get more out of life, and like, could be even things about raising their kids and like making more money, like all kinds of cool stuff. Just a whole mom virtual workshop, and you're positioning all these other people. Do you realize that those people will cross-promote? And their email list will become your email list, right? I did this strategy, I'll teach in a minute. That was my first 6-figure product launch. So see how she's sitting here, and she could not even know anything about how to coach moms, but do you realize that she could interview moms that know how to do that, and she can build a business? It's crazy. Tie in health and wellness. So the cool thing is that if you find your passion, there's always a way where even if you're not the most skilled expert yet, you can get there. So so that would be 2 directions. So like if you just started with like just a weekly show, like however it comes out, you'll get better. It's a muscle. You want to just work it out. But get your 3 clients, get that going, and then month 2, we can start to talk about, all right, how do we really scale this up, launch it, reinvest ad dollars? Because there's no reason you shouldn't be getting PR for this. You shouldn't, this is a stand, this is a movement, this is your own mission. You could build major culture around this. The same way that I'm doing that with like fire starters, and like we have our own like little club and and cool thing going on. We're gonna grow it like crazy, right? So you could even be doing little events. So what you think?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Like, wow. I'm
now
surprised too.
Now she's gonna have to do it. So are
yeah.
you gonna get it done or what?
Yep. I'll be in one of your success stories for sure.
On the big event?
Yep.
All right, sweet. So I hope that you enjoyed the clip with Kimberly. It was so much fun for me to work with her and to do that. And just some really cool nuggets in there too for you. I hope that you picked up. So here's what the next step is. Next step would be to just submerge yourself with the right network, with surrounding yourself with the right network, the right people, with our community, but just get dialed in. If you think this is really cool and it's helpful, then stay plugged in. So, go to lifeonfire.com, opt in, join our newsletter, let us help you. We've got so much cool content to share and give to you guys. So we've got other episodes. We've got payitforwardfriday.tv that we're about to head out to do, which is super fun. And that's just something that's really cool that we love to do, and it helps us attract all kinds of cool people into our lives too. So submerge yourself around successful people, dive into our book club, start reading amazing content. We just shot a cool Life on Fire TV episode that you may have seen with Michael O'Neill, and he has his, Sexy Six? Sexy 6 books to help you find your swing and figure out what it is that you love to do. So hope you guys are having a great day, and go out and just crush it and get her done. We'll see you soon. Cheers.